Thank you for watching another episode of Sirgonzo. Welcome back, everyone, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thank you. And today we'll be talking about Nintendo 2.0, 1.5, however you want to say it. It's a new console that's rumored to come out early 2019. And in fact, this is the first thing I wanted to address, early 2019. It's really soon, and it's coming up here. We're almost here in September when this video posts, and it just seems really soon, and I feel like Nintendo spends a little bit more time to let people know that a new console's coming out. I just feel like 2019 or early 2019 is a little early, but we'll see. I mean, there is a new president in charge, so maybe he sees the need to remain more competitive. And what I mean by that is that it's very obvious the Nintendo Switch is a great handheld and a great console, but unfortunately there's games that won't be able to hit the platform, and this is a money opportunity. If they make a new console that is able to, then it's very possible. Now, I disagree with the Dreamcast guy when he says, and there's just nothing wrong with disagreeing with someone, but I don't think this is completely foolish. I think there's a possibility that they are working on a new console. For it to come out in 2019 or early 2019 is kind of silly, but it can happen. And in fact, I actually want to let you guys know that I got this information from Super Mellow Dave. He has a great channel. Check him out, guys. Now let's talk about something else about the system, the rumored console. So supposedly it can perform or display 4K images, and I'm gonna go ahead and get in a little bit more detail about this. And what I mean by that is that the machine will be able to display 4K and upscale to 4K, but not render in 4K. It's very hard to render in 4K. In fact, you need a really beefy graphics card, a really beefy desktop computer. I don't know if there's any laptops that can actually render in 4K at 60 frames, for that matter. And it would be very impossible for any mobile device like the Switch to render in 4K, or the Switch 2.0 for that matter. Now, I'm also looking at this tweet that was presented by Super Metal Dave, and it looks like it may have, or rumored to have, 8 gigs of RAM. I think this is a good starting point for any new console. I think consoles should have at least 8 gigs at least, but I feel like 12 would be a lot better. But for a handheld, if it's going to be a handheld, if this is a real thing, then 8 gigs is definitely a good start. So 8 gigs of RAM, being able to render or being able to upscale to 4K. So a system that can upscale to 4K, even though it's not rendering up to 4K, it will take some processing power. So I feel like this needs to be at least a Tegra 2 to get to that point. A Tegra 2 would actually be enough, I think. If you take a look at the technical specs, I'll link that information below in the comments below. Another reason why it needs to be a Tegra 2 is because the backwards compatibility. So we're looking at this, or I'm looking at this tweet from Marcus Seller, and it looks like that most games will be able to play on the current Switch and the Switch 2.0, but certain games like third-party games won't be able to perform on both consoles, because there's going to be too much of a gap of performance. Say for instance, if Capcom comes out with Resident Evil 2 the remastered, there's a great chance that this won't hit the original Switch. All first-party titles, so all Nintendo published games, will be able to work on both consoles. I don't know what they're going to do to be able to do this, unless they're going to actually not be able to use the full power of this rumored console, so that both the original Switch and the Switch 2.0 can have these games. Alright guys, well these are some of my opinions about this subject matter anyways. Is it too soon for Nintendo to release a more powerful console? A little bit. It's a little too soon, but is it needed? Yes, it's definitely needed. In order for Nintendo to be more relevant with third parties, they need to build something a little bit more powerful. I feel like Nintendo is testing the waters with this console, and in fact, I agree with the nice gentleman from Review Tech USA. Check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description. Great channel to check out if you haven't already. Definitely feel like they were testing the waters with a Switch. Their last console, the Wii U, didn't do so well, and I believe it would have probably hit them really hard if they didn't do so well on this console. Now, is it a bad thing they come out with a new console this soon? Nah, a little bit. Not really, because they need to. The reason why I feel like it's a bad thing, because you know, I just got a Switch myself, and there's a lot of other people that just bought a Switch today probably. I heard the news, you know, later this week, if not yesterday. I feel like it's very important for Nintendo to make sure that, you know, a majority of the games work for both consoles. The reason why I say this is because you don't want to make your current customer base upset about the new console. Nintendo needs to give us a reason why to upgrade other than just graphics. I mean, for me alone, that's enough, but other consumers that just purchased the Switch, graphics isn't everything. 2019 though, I think that's very possible, especially when the new Xbox is coming out, the new PlayStation is coming out. And I feel like Nintendo needs to rush to the market before these consoles come out so they can gain that customer base. Because I feel like their next console won't be as powerful, but at least, you know, it'll be a more powerful Nintendo console. Now, if they do come out with a new console, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a new Ocarina of Time or Ocarina of Time 2.0 with photorealistic graphics. I mean, that would be awesome to see. I don't know. Maybe the cartoon style is good enough, but I wouldn't mind seeing what a photorealistic Zelda game would look like. Hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, thumbs up. Always hit that bell icon to get the most recent videos, and consider subscribing. I hope you guys and gals have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching another Sirgonzo video.